the end of the day, this is really all about just finessing and feeling the air. There it is, good. On our right, roll right with me. Yeah, there you go. Just roll smooth and slow. Yeah, okay. Feeling for the bubbles now. You're looking for the sun's right below the hillside. Okay, turn it off, but right now we have a bubble. We are back on it to the right. There's the bubble top. And off the side, so it'll fall off the side of that bubble. Yeah. It's narrower than our turning radius. So we'll move right back around here. Right here. That's what I think it should be. Right. Okay, we just double back left. Started getting a little bit of a drop on the back side there. And we don't want to get to know the trees up close and personal, so we're going to just fly out a bit farther here. And feel that next one. There it is. Let's see how big this one is. Bring this right over here. Usually there's something on this edge, right along. Drop. Usually happens at the edge of the bubble. Think about a bubble going up, there's stuff hanging down around the edges. Right. So this guy's getting good lift over here. I want to get the same stuff he's getting. We need a bubble for that. That one we're not getting one right now. Feeling for him. Okay, double back here, go out a little farther maybe. We're just feeling the air. There. Let's size this one up. Not bad. Not bad. Go back to the right. There we go. Feeling. I feel more than medium because I have, 35 feet of wind. Yeah. You feel the big stuff in your butt. Yeah. I feel a lot more in my hand. Okay, so we're going to zip along this hillside because we're not catching anything right now. Get that good climb going. Okay. Starting to want to fall off a little bit, and then we're going to go to the right. Right back on it. There it is. Yeah, this one's good. Okay, this one's going to be, I think, a good one. Maybe a high one. Keep turning or? Okay, so yeah, we're just riding this as long as we can here. I'm going to fall off the side again. I'm going to expand my circle. Let's slow down a little bit. Okay, we've got to go a little closer to the hillside. And double back. Doing okay? Yeah. What do you think so far? It's pretty amazing. It's amazing, yeah. It's blowing me away. Today you get tip of the iceberg stuff. I've taken thermals up to 18,000 feet, flown 100 miles. Holy in the air for 6-7 hours. No kidding. Yep. That's amazing. So, like I say, tip of the iceberg. This is just to set that little hook in. And yeah. That's what you'll be back. That's what my brothers and sisters thought when I think they bought this from me. They're like, okay. Oh, that's right. This is a gift from them, yeah. They're going to find you a new hobby, huh? Yeah, that's the last thing I need, but yeah. What the first thing I'll do. You have a garage full of gear for other things? I got the kiting gear. And yeah. You diver too? A diver. Yeah. My garage is full of climbing, diving, biking, kayaking. I got it all, and this is what I do. All right. This trumps them all. Yeah. The first time you get up to the clouds and you get up there, all by yourself, 5,000-6,000 feet, just drifting along. Because once we get to those clouds, we go from cloud to cloud to cloud. So the record is actually from here to Bellingham.
So here,
a guy has flown 78 miles to Bellingham from here, hard right. I've flown to my house in Redmond. I live at the other end of Lake Mammoth. I land in my backyard today. Oh, that's a good one. Hard right. Yeah, we're going to stay on this one. See if we can get this thing to ride it up higher again. I want to get all the way up by the clouds. There we go. Stay right. I'm trying to keep my turning radius tight enough to stay on top of this bubble all the way around.
I see, yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's the top. So inherently we have to kind of go over the top and then down the other side a little bit. But now we're going to come around. Keep going up.
Keep turning, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, did you sort of fall off the left side? So we come right back onto it. Should be on the bubble. Must bubble pass. Where'd it go? Nothing. Okay. Maybe I missed it. See, this got us bubble launch again though.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still in it. Keep going right. Yeah, I shifted farther so all the way over a little bit. Side. Center's right here. We're going to go right back on the floor. Right there. Floor. And all the way around the way. Looking good. Looking really good. Okay, anybody else high? I'm sure the wings got up.
Oh, yeah.
High over there. Another wing that cloud up. The guys that are solo, if they get these clouds, they'll probably take off. I would if I were solo.
Take off.
Meaning I'd just go on to the next cloud and start working my way somewhere. With the amount of west in it, I'd probably go to North Bend, get up over Side.
They take back, or?
Yeah, you start calling people. I have friends in North Bend. There's a park I always land out there that I have a friend who lives right at the end of the park. And he's widowed up there. He didn't die paragliding. He died of a sheep.
Oh, Jesus.
And she's a stable mom.
Did he start paragliding after he got hepatitis?
I don't know when that happened. All of them just knew that it happened really quickly.
Oh, it did.
She got it. I mean, it didn't last long. Now look how nice you were climbing. Yeah. And the thermals smooth out usually as you get higher. We're climbing towards that cloud right there.
Wow. This is really neat to you.
Yeah, that's the nudist camp right there. Ever been to the Fremont Fair?
Yeah.
Watch the guys hanging out there in big leaves?
Yeah.
Hanging out being the operative term? Yeah, exactly. That's their place. And it's what they say is they have to offer. You don't want to be there. And we're still, now, usually as the thermals come up, the bubbles start running together.
Okay.
And they get slower moving a little bit because the temperature difference between them and the air around them. Notice the temperature difference is colder. Cold right now. The thermal's actually right here. If we go back into it, you'll feel the temperature get warmer on your face again, slightly. But a warmer air. But the temperature difference starts to diminish because the air is cooling as it goes up. And so it doesn't go up as fast. But lots of bubbles run together, so it gets smoother and easier to stay in. It's tracking almost straight up. Notice we're not drifting very much with the wind. We started turning right down there, and we have drifted very little to get to this point. The yellow one up here.
One went around there.
Did he? Okay, contacts in the. Okay, nobody's. We're trying to see the other, the yellow. That's the yellow wing. I don't know where the red wing went. I think it bounced around that yellow wing. So we're climbing really nicely. This is good. This is the kind of ride I like. Wow. And you know, some days this 12:30 time slot, it's too light. And you're right. You know, you said in your email, isn't it too light to stay up? Some days it's more challenging, especially for heavier passengers. But today is working out really nice. The air is smooth, it's lifty, it's great. You're getting cold, you're doing okay.
No, don't worry about it.
It's a nice thing to get cold.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. we're high, we can come back here and look for lift farther away from the hill here. So we are at, I'll tell you what our altitude is. It's on my right. There's a right. See if we felt that. Dropping piece of it. Let's try to find the rising bit. We might get a wind shear layer here because the clouds are actually, the wind is south in the clouds and north down here. So where those two come together, it could get bumpy because you have the wind changing about 180 degrees in direction. See how those clouds are all tilted from the south?
Yeah.
So even, we're close to these clouds here on our left. And the clouds right above us, we're showing the south flow. They're at about 4,500 feet. We're only 2,500 feet, so they're still 2,000 feet over our heads.
And where did we start?
We started at 18. We're sinking in a little bit right now. See, we're not that high above our launch because we just had a big sink pocket there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Is the guy out in front of us? Did he get up?
No.
Oh, actually there's somebody way up under the clouds up there. Yeah, he's doing good. From there, see, he can follow the bottom of those clouds and just keep driving that direction. He'll probably go to North Bend.
This is amazing.
Okay, we're just sinking right now. We're between bubbles. So we're looking for our next bubble, and I'm thinking we're going to get one right in this area. If you look at, there's a deciduous tree pocket and then an evergreen tree line right there. And the deciduous trees heat more than the evergreens.
Oh, yeah?
And as the heat runs uphill to the top edge where it meets the evergreens and there's a temperature change, that will often cause the heat to release. So we're flying along the line of the deciduous trees, hoping that there'll be a release somewhere along here. That drop usually means we're close to the edge of a thermal. That might be our thermal. We're feeling it a little bit to see how big it is. Yeah, see that guy's up in a nice position. Is that the same one that oh no, there's two up. One way out front there, and then that guy. They both got up nicely. So we're hoping to find whatever it is they found. Something like it. Usually the high climbs happen off this ridge. Because the higher we move up the terrain, the better the lift, usually. So we're out here exploring. If we don't find something, we're going to need to run back to where we just were. Still that little pot?
Yeah.
It was on my right side. There's like fishing here in this field. To fall off the side of that. Okay. If you turn when you're falling, when you're dropping, it's very inefficient and you lose a lot of ground quickly. That's why I stopped that turn as soon as you started to drop. Okay, so we're dropping right now. You feel that. So we're back even with our launch elevation or slightly below. So unfortunately there's shade in the valley there in front of us. So where's the cliff going to come from? Again, our best bet's probably back against that hillside where we caught it originally.
You see that guy, right?
Yeah, he's doing good over there. So we're going to head back that way. And as we do so, we probably will get some more lift. And also now the wind is behind us, pushing us this way so we get back there quicker. Oh, yeah. Okay, that one. The right side, I think. Let's see. That one had a little bit of an edge to it. We're going to explore it and see if it's working. We're going to knock us around and not do anything for it. Sometimes something goes through and it's like there's nothing behind it. So we're just feeling the air. Okay. Again, we're headed back. See where the deciduous trees and the evergreen trees come together right in that patch right in front of us?
Yes.
That's usually... The first thermal that we got came out of that pocket. So we're going to fly back over that area because that's kind of my standby for getting some lift. Okay, this guy's going up. That's Ian. Yeah, he's going up and drifting back nicely. He'll head for the clouds and he'll take off. He's flying solo and he's a racy little wing. He's flying a Ferrari. We're flying a school bus. So it's a little different performance here. Bump on my right. Wasn't big.
Just let me know if you want me to.
Yeah, you'll feel it if you get a good one. So all of a sudden, and I'll start. When I crank a hard turn like that, that's it. That's our right side right there. Yep. That's what we wanted. This one's going to put it back in again. So there's the cloud shadow approaching. It might shut us down unless we can get higher there before it gets to us. See how that shadow in the valley?
Yeah.
Stomach solid?
Yep.
Good. There it is again. And on it. All right. About half the width of our size of our turning radius on the wing. So we're kind of on it and off it. And I needed to double back because that one I wasn't sure we'd clear the trees, especially if we're sinking as we turn. I don't want to be close to the trees. So we're going to give that one a little bit of room, and we're going to come back at it from the other side here. And somewhere in this area, we should catch it again. Sinking as we come around, see that?
Yeah.
The trees are shaking there, which shows me that there's a thermal running through them.
Yeah.
Right in this area. And you see the treetops shaking, it's usually because there's thermal release there. So have your siblings ever tried this?
Oh, hell no.
Or they just decided to send you off on the adventure?
I'm the adventure guy in my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good choice for you then, I guess. Huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
You know, frankly, this is a lot more, I envision us running down a hill. And
no, this is serene. It's not the adrenaline rush that people think it's going to be. It's actually peaceful, you know? It's peaceful, but it's mentally engaging at the same time.
For sure.
Yeah, I really like it.
No,
people think it's going to be like, you know, I don't know, base jumping or, you know, squirrel suit flying or something like that. This is not a big adrenaline rush. It really is serene. There it is. There it is. And right. See what our radius is like right on there. If we don't fall off the buckle. Come down, on the buckle. Good. Very good. Still on it. Slow moving right here, but we'll get it. You didn't get it? You didn't get out of here? I don't know where he is. Oh, there's room out there in the valley. The other guys have already taken off. Under a sky like this, I would. These are beautiful clouds.
So when you start, you don't necessarily know where you're going to end?
No. You're going to fly downwind. Some days, you know, I've had declared objectives. I've said, I'm flying home today. And, you know, it's cool when you can go where you actually plan to go. One day I had a friend, we were having a dinner party that night at his house. So when I took off, I said, I'm just going to fly to Dan's house. And he lived in North Bend. And I did. And it was pretty cool that it worked out that way.
You landed at the dinner party?
I landed at the dinner party. I just flew in.
I think that's
He's standing there with a bottle of beer for me.
How long have you been gliding?
I've been doing this 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Long time. And it never gets old.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that rush every time you play. It's pretty spectacular. Okay, it looks like Ian's catching it out there. Climbing slowly. The other two wings have taken off. They headed out over the plateau. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, actually, no. There's one right at the top of the ridge there. See, low. Just if you look almost straight out from us, straight out over the ridge top, there's a little bunch of clouds there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. He's tiny, but he's not as high as I would have expected him to be.
Wow.
You know, you never know where you're going to land. I didn't know there was a prison in Monroe till I landed in the ground. Like, okay, yeah, they were not pleased with that.
So I did the same thing while I was learning the whitewater kayak on the Chilliwack River.
Oh yeah, you ended up someplace you didn't been?
In a prison.
Okay.
On the edge of a prison in Chilliwack.
The worst though, I flying in Mexico, I landed in the drug lord's property.
Oh.
And as I land, there's a guy standing with a sawed-off shotgun aimed at me. It's like, oh shit. And then he escorted me off the property.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's cool.
None too happy about it.
Well, he didn't shoot you.
No, he didn't shoot me. He wasn't letting me go anywhere.
This must have been a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, now they just shoot you and don't bother with it. Right? Yeah, well, this is a fairly high-profile area. I wouldn't have missed. It must have been.
Turn left.
Okay, see, we're getting this. That was a little thermal off the same little deciduous tree pocket that I talked about.
Yeah.
It's not turning on enough to really get us high, but it's keeping us here. Ooh, and then on and off, huh? So bad.
What's the best season to do this? Is there a time of year that's
This time of year is usually really good. You know, July, August, September are best months. But then I go other places and fly all around the world. Times of the year, different places are good. But I've flown in countries, you know, all around third world countries. A couple of years ago, I was in Nepal, flying in the middle of nowhere, up in the Himalayas, which was amazing.
Okay.
You know, when you're at 17,000 feet and you still have 6,000 feet of peak above you,
yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Very.
And, you know, I'm flying with these 23, 24,000 foot peaks all around me. Like, oh my God, what a big place. Okay, we're gonna, when I say to get ready to land, we're starting to move out here because we're kind of losing it there.
Yeah.
Your arms are gonna go back in front, you'll pull your chest forward, your hips forward, and you'll try to get yourself straight up and down.
Okay.
Okay,
this way.
but you don't need to do it yet. Before we do that, we're gonna do a quick, go ahead and throw your weight to the left with me for a second, and as we come under like a big swing, throw your weight right. The energy going.
I don't need to go in circles too much.
No, okay. You don't. Okay. You're feeling a little.
Yeah, I'll start to get sick that way. Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Sure.
Okay.
I appreciate the.
Some people really like it, but if you're at all unstable, it's you know, it's the straw that breaks the camel's back there. So I want to look at our landing zone. I'm just going to look at the wind, see how much wind we have. So the wind shock down in the far corner, the far right corner, is showing this light wind coming right up the hill. So that's all good. That's what we expect to see. Okay, but it's light, so we will have to run a little bit as we land.
Okay.
So when we get a little lower and I say get in landing position, you'll need to step straight up in the harness, straight up and down, with your feet free, so that you can run. Okay?
Sounds good.
Then maybe it's a good time to pull out of the lift. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for
Yeah, what I find with people, you know, for the first flight, longer is not always necessarily better because there's sensations in the body that you're not used to, and sometimes can set people off just a little bit. That's why I have the exercise. Okay, so we're just moving our altitude gently and slowly. Excuse me. All right. So go ahead and start moving your arms in front of those turbines and bringing your chest forward. Feels like I'm going to fall out. Now you're fine. Pull yourself all the way forward. In front of the harnesses right now. Okay, go ahead and pull yourself forward. There you go. Now push your hips forward. Hang on the edge of the seatboard. We're going to do one more 180-degree turn back towards the middle of the floor. At that point, slide off the seatboard by moving your legs side by side. Okay? Until then, just hang on the edge of the seatboard. Okay, we're going to go. It's nice and smooth down here right now. This is all in shade, so there's no thermals coming up, which is good. Makes for smoother landing conditions. So So we've been in the air for, well, we've been filming for 26 minutes, so we've been in the air for about a half an hour. Light wind. So south we'll have a nice shallow glide. Yeah. And back up and the wind slows down. So very gentle right now. Guys, go ahead and slide your down off the keyboard, get ready to run as the ground gets a little closer. Ready? Yep. Perfect.